Hi guys, what's up, Jason here, and welcome back to a brand new FIFA 18 player review on my channel. So in today's video guys, I'm going to be reviewing 87 rated FUT birthday Angel Di Maria. So if you're going to go and pick this card up and try him out for yourself, you will have to pay anywhere between 21,000 to 400,000 coins on both Xbox One and PlayStation 4. So now moving into the in-game stats, as you can see in the pace, shooting, passing and dribbling category, he has a lot of dark greens and then a few light greens. And then moving over to the physical category, he also has the dark green stat of stamina. So that has been the in-game stats. Now let's get into the highlights. So now moving into Di Maria's highlights, the first thing we're going to be looking at is his pros. Now the first pro I could find with him was his agility. Now he also has 95 agility as his key stat, and you can definitely feel that in game, especially when performing the skill moves. He performs them so quickly and so smoothly, and along with that he also has a really good acceleration. So when you do come out of those skill moves, the first 5 yards, he just accelerates so quickly, gets to his top speed, and it's really hard for defenders to keep up with him. And then moving on to the final pro, now it's probably a bit of a surprise to some people, isn't it? It's this guy's long shots. Now he only has 83 long shots as his in-game stat, but when you actually play with him in-game, especially if you've applied like a chem style such as Hunter to him, it really does improve that shooting. His long shots are actually very, very good. You will see a few examples in this video of his long shots as well. So moving now into the cons, the first con I could find on this card was his weak foot. Now this guy only has a 2-star weak foot, and this is probably the reason why you shouldn't buy this card if you play competitively, and that's because this guy has a really, really bad weak foot. He can do a lot of good stuff on his stronger left foot, but the minute it goes onto his right foot, it is literally like a potato. You cannot do anything with it. And as you'll see from these clips, he predominantly dribbles and shoots with his left foot. What isn't really surprising, to be honest, if he does have, the 2-star weak foot. And then moving into the final con that I could find with Di Maria, and that's his strength. Now this guy is very weak, and that's a thing that seems to happen quite a lot in FIFA. 5-star scorers, they all seem to be pretty weak, except a few exceptions like, Balassi and Ronaldo. So yeah, this guy does get pushed off the ball quite a lot, especially in those shoulder-to-shoulder battles, but you don't really get into them too often though, just because when he does perform the skill moves, he performs it so quick, so it's really hard for defenders, to keep up with him and get into those shoulder-to-shoulder battles. So moving now onto the work rates, he has high, medium work rates, what in my opinion wasn't a problem. High-low probably would be, preferable, but high-medium isn't too bad, and he always seemed to be in the right position for me. And the main reason people are going to buy this card is just because of the position change. I actually used his man of the match card, and there isn't really too much of a difference between these two cards, scaling wise, and I would say overall they are very, very similar cards. So the only reason I would recommend to pick up this card over his man of the match card if you want to play him in a more central position. So guys, this has been the highlights. Now let's get into the overview. So now moving into the overview, we're going to start with the value of coins. Now I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 just because I feel like there are cheaper players you can get who probably will perform just as good as him, but I feel like, he's been position changed. He plays for PSG, what's a good club. He has a decent nationality, and he also has some very, very good stats, such as the pace, dribbling, shooting and passing. So I think a 7 out of 10 is a fair price for the value of coins. Enjoyment wise, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. This card was very enjoyable to use, especially because of, the long shots. Competitiveness wise, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. It maybe could have been a 7 out of 10, but I was being pretty kind, just because that weak foot isn't really the best. But if you don't really care about the weak foot and you can sort of get around it, then I would give this guy an 8 out of 10. Scaling wise, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 as well. Wasn't the best skiller, but wasn't the worst skiller. He was, pretty decent at performing skill moves. And then I'm going to give him an overall rating of an 8.5 out of 10. So guys, if you have enjoyed this player review and want to see more FIFA 18 player reviews on my channel, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.